So I might have fallen into an Amazon haul the other day and now you get to hear about it. That's basically what this video is about. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new around here, I'm Natalia Lima. I'm the founder and owner of Curious Cat Bakery, and over here I usually share my tips and hacks and recipes on vegan baking. But today's video is more about my shopping habits more than anything. Let me know in the comments if you've been guilty of falling into an Amazon hole. That's when you're shopping on Amazon for something that you actually need, but then all of a sudden you get all these suggestions from things that you definitely did not need. But do I need this? I'm sure you can relate. And that's what happened a few weeks ago, and I found a few things that were actually really good suggestions for a baker, and yeah, I bought them all pretty much. So I'm gonna be telling you all 6 products that I bought, what worked, what didn't work, what was worth buying, and what was definitely a return, no questions asked. And I'm gonna give them a rating of 0 to 5 stars. Are you ready? Let's do this. First of all, don't mind this. It doesn't matter, this is not germane to this video. Ignore it. I don't even, like, to be honest, I don't even remember what I ordered. So this is supposed to seal plastic bags. Like if you have a chocolate chip bag, you would use this to seal it. Oh good, the instructions are in Chinese. So it should be just a quick, like, kind of like, it looks like a stapler. I like that it's compact. I like that it's small and it's not like a big clunky thing. Usually these cutesy things are not the most useful ones, so we'll see about that. Oh shoot, so there's, oh, can you see that? If I do this, like this knife comes out, so you can cut things open. So there's 2 modes, there's cutting and there's sealing. You press the cover. I'm guessing the cover is this part. Oh, it's a battery cover. Oh, this needs batteries. Oh. What in the world? This might take a while. And then this should slide out. Ah, there we go. AA batteries. And then we slide it back in. And then we put it back. And then I think we just press and slide. So let's just try it. It smells like something is burning. So this thing heats up. So that's how it seals. Try this again. Okay, so you see how like I was stuck in here, so I held it for too long. It made a hole. On the plus side, it did work. I don't know. Let me try something else. Oh, this thing gets hot. See, I did it too fast on that one. So you have to do it slowly, but not too slowly, because if you do it too slowly, then it burns. So now it worked. The smell, though, is unpleasant. It gets really hot for it to work that way. Oh, let me try the knife thingy. Oh, it's a very sharp knife. That cut right through. So this sealer was $6.99 and I was really excited about it. Okay, I could not get over the smell of burning plastic. Just a pain to set up. 2.5 out of 5 stars. I did not keep it. What was this? Ooh, yes. These are measuring spoons. They're magnetic. Pretty strong magnet, actually. These are the ones that I use right now. And once upon a time, there was a ring that connected them all through this little hole here at the base. So all of these would be connected in a ring. It was really inconvenient. These are in the wash or something. I use these. They're plastic and these still have the ring. And it's inconvenient. Like you're using this stuff is hanging, and then if you already use this, then it's dirty, it is hanging off. It's not ideal. Then if you take the ring off like I did with these, now you're gonna have spoons kind of all over. These nest inside of each other. Let's be real. Exactly. They don't stay that way. What's cool about these is that they would theoretically stay together. When I was unboxing this, I feel really stupid. They come with this right on top here. And I was like, I don't know what this top one is about. There's like measurings. I don't know. There you go. I'm not sure what that's about. I will look that up. I don't know. Gee, I wonder what this is. Not like it has a label or anything. It's a leveler. So basically, the reason for this being, if you haven't caught on to it by now, scoop something up, and then in order to make sure that you have like the right amount, you use this to level it off. Level it off, level it out, level it. Is there a proposition at all? So the other cool thing about these is that they have this skinny side and the normal side. So this is what the rest of my spoons look like, but it becomes a problem when you have something tiny. Like for example, half a tablespoon will not go in, but ooh, look at that. But it does work with the long side, and it's the same amount. So that's pretty neat. So these measuring spoons were $11.99 for a set of 7 of them. And they went from 1/8 of a teaspoon, which is really unusual. Usually these sets starts at 1/4 of a teaspoon and went all the way to 1 tablespoon. Now their magnet was really useful. A full tablespoon, even on the slimmer side, did not go into that smaller spice container. Half of a tablespoon still goes good enough. I can just do that twice to get a full tablespoon. So 5 out of 5 worth buying. Utensil Rest. You know, sometimes you see like a spoon shaped thing where you're just supposed to rest your spoon. So it has all of these different divots over here. So this is where you would rest the spoon or the spatula or whatever. And what I thought was cool is that you could do several things, because usually when you're baking you have a whisk, a spatula, a spoon, all of these different things, so you can do all of them. And then you have this whole area over here where things would drip into, and it is dishwasher safe. The Utensils Rest was $9.99, and I was really excited about it because every time I bake, there is just stuff all over it, and I have to wipe the bench constantly in order to keep things clean. So I was really excited about this. However, I think this utensil rest was more meant for cooking than baking, because when I tried to set a whisk down, as you can see, the divots were not large enough. Later I tried with a skinnier whisk, which is not my favorite, and that fit, but it wasn't ideal. It did fit a tablespoon in there, but it wasn't something you could just like easily toss. You had to like kind of stop and put it in the divot, and it just kind of took away the practicality of it. I did run it through the dishwasher once and it cleaned it perfectly. So I would say overall it's probably a 2 out of 5. Not great. Would not recommend. Here. Ooh, it's a can colander, especially for vegans. If you're using aquafaba, when I drain aquafaba, I usually just use a regular colander, which is way too big. It's like a whole thing that you have to put a bowl under the colander to drain it out. So this just fits a can. I thought it was going to be like silicone soft, but it's not. It's plastic and it's hard. I don't know. I guess it clicks into the can. We'll see. The can colander was the first thing that came up on the Amazon haul. That led me down the rabbit hole. It cost $7.49. It did not click into the can, so that meant you had to actually hold it with both hands to keep it in place, which would not be a problem unless you're holding a camera with one hand, which is what I was doing. But most people will not do that while they're baking, so that won't be a problem. And as you can see, it worked perfectly. It drained the can completely of any water. 4.5 out of 5. It would be a 5 out of 5 if it was either silicone or if it clicked into the can. These are like super resistant gloves. So I recently got these from KitchenAid that I showed you in another vlog. I love them. They're so comfortable. They're so padded, like I do not feel any heat at all. Because it is fabric, it gets dirty. It never truly comes out. So what I liked about these is that they come with 2 hooks if you want to hang them. They're like rubber on the outside, so this will not have a problem of like getting dirty and sticking to it. It's never gonna stain because of that. It has little hearts in it. Inside is cotton. It's supposed to be like ideal for cooking and barbecue up to 450 Fahrenheit. Oh my gosh, these oven mitts. They were $29.12. Why such a specific pricing? I had high hopes for these guys. It did not turn out. So as you can see, when I put them on, I felt like, what was that Avengers? I need to look it up now. Thanos or Thanos? I think it's Thanos. You know what I'm talking about. I felt like him with these gloves. They were comically large. They are one size fits most, and then there was an option for an extra large version. It was ridiculous. But then aside from the ridiculousness of it all, it was just that there was no dexterity. Like, I had no control of what my fingers were doing. It was ridiculous. I couldn't even feel the pan when I was grabbing them, which is a kind of a big problem because when you're baking, you want to make sure you really have a good grip on things so they don't fall. And now on the good side of things is that they were really powerful. I did not feel any heat at all when I was taking things out of the oven, but I think the dexterity is probably more important than that. 1 out of 5. I could not work with these. There's no way. I do not recommend. And then finally, the last thing, this microwave Multimat. It works for different things. You can use it as a utensil rest, like on this part. Use it as a splatter guard to put it on top of something while it's in the microwave. There's a drying mat on this side. It's supposed to work as a jar opener and make it easier to open jars. What I was really interested in though is that it's supposed to be kind of like a pot holder to get things out of the microwave when they're hot. This Multimat was $11.43. Again, what is with the very exact pricing? It's like the price is right here. It was a 12 diameter little circle. So first I tried it as a splatter guard for my dinner. I used it with some pasta with tomato sauce, and I don't know if you can see it here on the image, but it did protect from the splatter, so it worked on that capacity. As heat protection for when taking things out of the microwave, meh, it was okay. It did work, but also it did get warm. It wasn't like it was a completely cool thing. It might not have been as hot as the bowl itself, but it was still pretty warm. And it was just kind of awkward. It just wasn't ideal. It wasn't any less awkward than using a towel or an oven mitt to do it, so Now I can't believe I didn't get any footage of this, but I actually have been using it as a utensil rest. That worked so much better than the actual utensil rest because it's just a flat surface and I just put things in there and it fits a bunch of different things. I would say 4 out of 5 because it would have been ideal if it was actually a rectangle. I think it would have made it less awkward to grab things out of the microwave and also would just give you more surface for a utensil rest. It's good, not great. So overall, I would say this Amazon haul that I fell into was not all bad. There were a couple of winners in there. Let me know in the comments if you have tried any of these products or if there are any products that you fell down the hole and ended up buying and turned out to be amazing. And in case any of these products caught your eye and you want to try them for yourself, I have all the links in the description below. If you enjoyed this video and thought it was helpful, please make sure to give it a like. It's one small thing that you can do that will show YouTube that there's some useful information in this video and it will push it to more people in the algorithm. Now, if you want to know more about equipment for baking, I do have a couple videos you might want to check out. I will see you guys next week with a new video. Until then, stay curious.